If someone you loved was using drugs, maybe your child or grandchild, your cousin or best mate, how would you like to see them treated? Would you want them slapped with a conviction or offered help if they need it? 3,099 people were convicted of cannabis offences in 2018. But behind each number lies a person and their whānau.
5,000 Māori men, women and young people wake up in cages every day as the 50% of the prison population of this country, their country.
When it comes to the effects of our drug law, it's clear that Māori are unfairly carrying the burden. Jack McDonald is the Māori Advocacy Advisor for the New Zealand Drug Foundation. Here he discusses the impacts the lack of drug law reform has had on Māori.
And so in terms of the stats, we see that 41% of the low-level drug convictions, the majority of which were for cannabis, were Māori, despite the fact that we're only about 15% of the population. And over 50% of the imprisonments for those same convictions were also Māori.
And let's be clear, the Māori community is disproportionately affected by the drug regime in New Zealand. Absolutely disproportionately affected. And that is a social justice issue that needs to burn in all of us.
Māori are more likely to suffer harm from drug use, less likely to be able to access health treatment, and more likely to be convicted.
That really highlights the discrimination gap that we see between how the laws affect Māori communities.
Racism and discrimination has of course marked drug law enforcement since its inception. Māori have borne the brunt of that discrimination in terms of surveillance, policing, conviction and imprisonment.
If we could change our current system, we could save thousands of people every year from an unnecessary and damaging experience in the criminal justice system. Having a conviction for drug use can set you back for life.
8 people were jailed in 2018. In the meantime, the government has changed the law with police, so they're not criminalised.
And you'll hear this actually from Paula Bennett. Only about 7 people went to prison last year for possession of cannabis sold, but 4,000 people got convictions for possession of cannabis sold.
Chloe Swarbrick, Green Party spokesperson for mental health and drug law reform.
Those convictions compound inequality and they compound problems in people's lives. They make it far harder to get access to jobs, travel internationally and seize opportunities. That is a big problem when those are applied disproportionately to young Māori men.
I think what disappoints me most about the status quo is that we're wasting people's lives and their opportunities, and we have a real exciting opportunity to actually stop that and to learn the lessons of countries around the world who have done this and regulated cannabis.
So it's time to take cannabis out of the hands of the black market, stop harmful convictions and vote yes in the referendum.